was only built a decade ago by a German designer called Franz, who made this his passion project. Having purchased a sizable patch of land in the Kent countryside, Franz set about building his ideal home, and from what the estate agent told me, he was involved in every step of the process, from the architect's blueprints to overseeing the construction workers who dug the foundations and slowly but surely erected this magnificent structure. Franz and his family moved in as soon as the project was completed, and from what I'm told, spent many happy years here, right up until the point when Franz's wife got ill and wished to move back to their homeland. The German was a very reluctant seller, considering how much time and affection he had put into the building of this place, but he eventually opted to put the house up for sale for the sake of his wife's wish to move home, and when he did, I was the fortunate beneficiary of that. Well, after I'd forked out over £1 million for it, so it didn't exactly fall into my lap. I fell in love with this place as soon as I saw it. And while there were plenty of other offers from eager buyers, I was the only one who could pay the full asking price up front. So Franz accepted the quick sale and then went back to Germany with his family to care for his sick wife. But I could see how much love and attention he had put into this place, and after feeling bad for the reasons why he ultimately had to sell, I made sure to give a sizable donation to a charity associated with the disease that was threatening his partner. I wish I could have done more for them, but sadly, there are some things money can't buy, and health is one of them. Having been handed the keys by the estate agent, a man who hadn't stopped grinning from ear to ear due to the juicy commission he had earned himself brokering this deal, I entered this house with my mind full of exciting possibilities. A new colour scheme in the kitchen, converting one of the spare bedrooms into an office, a little landscaping in the garden. There was a lot that I wanted to do, and once I was the proud owner, I had all the time in the world to do it. But redecorating is a slow process, and while I'm making steady headway, there's still a long way to go. Some of the rooms are still full of boxes that I haven't unpacked yet, and I'm constantly forgetting where I put things, opening cupboards and drawers only to remember that what I'm looking for is somewhere else. But I'll get there, and when I do, I'll really have a home to be proud of. But just like I plan to forget about my day job this evening, so do I plan on pushing all thoughts of redecorating from my mind. I quickly dry my hair, my dark locks flowing out at the sides of me as the hairdryer does its job, before I apply a little moisturiser, trying not to pay too much attention to my tired appearance in the mirror, because it's been a long week. So I'll just put it down to the early mornings and late nights, rather than me edging another few days closer to my 39th birthday. After slipping into a comfy pair of pyjamas and wrapping myself in my fluffy dressing gown, I'm ready to go downstairs and make myself some dinner. I'm looking forward to making a small portion of vegetable risotto, a healthy meal that I was used to making all the time before I became extremely busy at work and found myself scoffing takeaways and putting on a little excess weight as I put my career before my waistline. But a new start in this house is my motivation to clean up my diet, and while I might wash down my meal with a glass of white wine tonight, the food I put into my mouth will be of the healthy variety. Reaching the top of my large spiral staircase, I briefly glance at all the bare walls and consider the artwork I want to display here one day, artwork that is still in storage in London, but will soon be making its way to me when I have the time to arrange it. But that's yet another job for another day, and I go downstairs before I become too overwhelmed with my sizable to-do list. My stomach rumbles slightly as my feet move off the carpet steps and pass onto the marble tiles that cover the floor in the hallway, and I have to be a little careful not to slip in my socks on this slick surface. That's one thing about marble that Franz possibly didn't consider when he was building this place. It might look good and add a touch of class, but it's very slippery, and I imagine it's like an ice rink when it's wet after being mopped. But again, that's a problem for another.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.